Got it. Zoom. All right.
Yeah, Zoom, I approve.
Welcome back to another episode of Suplex. Biddies.
Cookies.
Biddies. Episode 1414. Brought to you by Couch Guys Sports. Bay. Go use the internet one time. Is Ricky Guerrero coming up?
Is the general manager about to make an announcement?
So excuse me.
Didn't even get the. Okay, yeah. What? Oh, we got what?
He's gonna use the internet one time. Finish your one time.
One time, twice.
Now use it two times. Again, Couch Guys Sports. Great blogs, great podcast, great network. Go check it out. CouchGuySports.com. Also, make sure you check out the shop we got. CouchGuySportsShop.com.
Get that
joggers,
merch. Get the merch.
Sweatshirts. Hats.
Go get that swag. Go get that drip.
Get
our boys.
Get the merch. Get the merch.
Oh. Speaking of merch and speaking of what you should get, boys, it is my pleasure to introduce to you that this Suplex Biddies is brought to you by Exo Gun.
Oh,
you ever do a workout and feel like you need a massage after?
Every day.
Every fucking day. Like,
every time.
I get nuts. I'll be on nuts. You know what? The Exo Gun is the massage without leaving the house. Don't let pain and soreness slow you down. Exo Gun revives the muscles, boosts the circulations, and releases energy so you can recover faster and live better. Take it wherever you need, work, the gym, the trail, put the power on perfusion massage treatment in your hands. Ooh. It's portable, it's adjustable, it's fucking powerful. And Exo Gun is trusted by the pros to deliver the ultimate in recovery. Even use it for perfusion therapy. What is perfusion therapy?
Please teach me, sir.
I'm gonna use the internet one more time here, if my internet allows it. Perfusion therapy boosts muscle function in recovery.
Like we're playing the triangle.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
In recovery by penetrating deep into the muscle tissue with a series of rapid, concentrated, pulsating strokes, gain back control of your body, and achieve long-term pain relief. Fellas, if you're listening out there and you are in that Suplex Biddies type of mode, get 10% off with the code CGS10 at the checkout when you enter into exogun.com. Comes with a charger and a carrying case.
How do I let him finish the fucking ad read?
I know, go get your Exogun.
You don't get this. Shut up. Go ahead.
Excuse me.
I didn't even say anything. I just want to
go get your Exogun today and treat yourself to a massage at a moment's notice. So, fellas, Exo Gun, Suplex Biddies.
Damn.
2021.
The partnership is in.
Let's go.
Intertwined.
Name a better tag team.
I dare ya. With that being said, if you do go to Exo Gun, make sure when you check out, you use CGS10 for 10% off your purchase. That's what Diego just said.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So good to know. We now have a sponsor.
Look at
Round
that.
of applause. We're doing stuff.
Wow.
Gentlemen, we're doing stuff. Pat on the back.
Yeah, y'all didn't even tell me.
I didn't even know. This is him. This is all him.
This guy, the commissioner. Sneaky bastard.
Fucking
because that's what's best for business.
Sneaking underneath me. So for those who might be listening to us for the first time, for those obviously who listen every week, we thank you, we love you, and we support you. We have the wrestling aficionado, Andrew Hunneman. We have Gingerbread Cookies, soon to be married, as in a couple days. Mr. Diego Galvis.
Yeah.
Oof.
And then the one true host until the takeover tonight. It's all right. We allow pipe bombs every once in a while. Chris Jones here, live and in charge. So, fellas, good card tonight. Good list we got here. What we're gonna them raw ratings still ain't good.
Repeat that
So-
one more time because you kind of cut off a little bit.
Say it
I'm
louder.
sorry.
Say it proudly.
Dem Raw Monday night
Them
Raw
Get it
ratings
Get away from the camera.
are not good still.
Nope. It's not
Monday
good.
Night Raw, the last 4 weeks of Monday Night Raw, haven't cracked higher than 1.8 mil. Not where you want to be right now.
It's
Monday Night Raw.
ridiculous. Absolutely
And
ridiculous.
Every week's an all-time low. And not like the band, because I like it.
So literally,
Okay.
not this past week they hit 1.64, but the week before that they were at an all-time low. When originally it was said to be 1.42, it actually came back to be 1.55. So that's the
okay.
lowest they've had in the last month. Still not great if you're Monday Night Raw.
That's not
Fellas, real quick, someone dive into why this product just isn't watchable on Monday nights anymore.
good. I mean, we've gone over it, and it's 3 hours, and they also gave us Drew versus Bobby again. Like, how many times are we gonna go down this lane? You bring Kofi Kingston in, he comes in, he's all hot, he's all bothered, he wants his championship back, and you say, you know what? Nah, Scottish terminating, dude. You're in. And now we're gonna give you a big old cage to fight in. Kofi,
Oh,
tough shit. Drew, Bobby, yep. Can't wait to not watch it. I mean, I'm
So-
gonna watch.
so for that match in general, it's called the Last Chance Hell in a Cell. So basically, if McIntyre loses, he would not get a shot at the title as long as Bobby Lashley is champion.
Oh, okay.
This is just 2 months too
Yeah.
late.
You think?
This should have already been a thing.
Should have been.
You
a
should have
stipulation
already.
after
So,
the-
what's next for McIntyre? Because obviously, we'll go over what we think will happen in Hell in a Cell next week because that is the following week. But I think we can all agree off the rip that Lash is going to retain the title.
I hope
What-
so.
What would be next for McIntyre on Raw,
There
or
really
just for
isn't
McIntyre
anything-
in general?
There really isn't anything next for him. Like
Some time off.
some time off, maybe
I mean,
maybe tag team work, like creating an alliance with somebody else. But like at this point, what else do you do with Drew McIntyre?
I always hate when they put on that tagline too, last chance, because it makes you think he's going to end up winning it. Like they used to do that with like CM Punk when he won his first ECW championship. They just tried it with Daniel Bryan, and obviously Roman retains. So hey, this is your last chance, and then
Yep.
you're gone. So he can go down the card. He can go feud with somebody else. I mean, you can have him go back to be like, hey, Sheamus, now that I can't have that belt, I want your belt.
So
And they had matches that were good, but it's
I've already seen it
yeah.
recently too.
For such a big roster, they really don't mix it up enough.
Here's the problem. Here's the problem too that I'm starting to encounter a lot with, especially with Monday Night Raw. They are lackluster in hitting the age groups between 18 to 35, which that age group is as essential as it can get, especially in the development of a key product like Monday Night Raw. If you're gonna put
Mhm.
3 hours of content, you best hope that age group is entertained and actually captivated by the material that you put in. When you
Right.
put in the same exact material over and over every single week, and that storyline just drags for
Mhm.
however long, forget it. Actually,
long.
as a matter of fact, just that age group in itself, in the past couple of weeks, the ratings have dropped from about 1.5 to literally about half. Just this week, they drew 0.48 rating. And I'm quoting this from pwtorch.com as a source. That is more than half. That is alarming. You have
Mhm.
nobody there in your staff that is actually speaking to the 18 to 35 age group at all. Drew McIntyre is an exhausted storyline. Bobby, it's a return of something that was in the past, so it's really not that captivating. At this point, yeah, we know that you're dominating, but who's there to challenge you besides Drew McIntyre and Kofi Kingston? You just released one of your better potentials to actually challenge Bobby Lashley, which was Braun Strowman, and you
Mhm.
exhausted him out with the stupid storyline, which was in itself stupid. So at this point, what else do you do with this Monday night product? You either cut it into an hour and a half, and you actually draw potential of new storylines. Like, for example, I know he's definitely not Monday Night Raw, but General whatever his name is that comes out with
Pierce.
yeah.
Adam Pierce,
No,
General Aziz.
General
Talking-
Aziz, thank
Talking
you.
about Apollo's guy.
Yeah. Like him. He was built up from Raw Underground, a short script that Shane McMahon was developing. Why can't that guy go in there and challenge Bobby Lashley? Considering that he's young and attracted that age group of 1835 back in the days of when COVID was a thing and you had nothing else to do with that product in itself. So
Something I agree.
That's it for me.
100%,
That's it for me
fresh.
for digging into it. I just wanted to point that out.
The thing. Can I just say one thing, Jones, about Bobby Lashley's title reign? He's versed one guy
Exactly.
the entire time. Like he's been champion for a few months now.
Yep.
I think was it February? Whenever he beat the Miz or whenever it was, he's feuded with one freaking guy. Like there was the triple threat with Strowman before he got released, but that was it. Like it's not enough. It's been 4 or 5 months of this. You gotta put somebody in.
This product is seriously lacking of a true kind of allegiance. Like back in the day, we used to have the Nexus, for example, right? That was a phenomenal allegiance that was always like, oh shit, when are they gonna pop off and hit the next target? It was either targeting John Cena, it was either targeting CM Punk, who eventually went to join them, or it was like Randy Orton. It was one of the captivating people in that age group of 18 to 35 was seriously intrigued by the product.
Yep.
Back then, it was still the Authority as well, and the Authority was also captivating. Then it was the Shield, which, okay, you busted into 3 pieces. All 3 pieces have contributed gigantically to the wrestling world
industry
in itself.
Yeah.
The industry. Now, what else do you have? You have nothing else to offer.
Well, so to go based off that, they tried doing that with Retribution, but they swung and missed.
Well, did they even try though?
Hardcore though. Hardcore in that, and that's that I agree with Hunneman. Did they even try though?
It's like they wanted the network. I remember reading asked them to do something to try to boost the ratings, and like, oh hey, there's a new faction coming, and all they did was just throw a bunch of people in this paper plate masks, and they threw Molotovs at like a storage container, and then showed up and like beat up people, and then literally did nothing. Like T-Bar and Mace are still around, still with their stupid names, and they should just go to what they're known as is and Dominic Dijakovic, but they're still kind of repping the Retribution gear without the masks. And they look good in the most recent Battle Royal, but you have 2 really good workers that could, like, Dijakovic could have stepped into any NXT title match at any pay-per-view. And no one would have batted an eye. And he's sitting there getting thrown over the top rope by Viking Raiders or something like that this week.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's so many options, and they just keep cutting good talent. You know who'd be a great spot right now for Bobby Lashley? Samoa Joe.
I think personally, just looking at the track record of factions in WWE, we're long away from it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We've had potentials of it, but then we've already seen AEW do it basically in the pinnacle. That's what WWE could have done. But here's my thing. In reality, they're setting up for a fucking faction in Roman Reigns and his family. He just needs to get his family on board. They're setting that whole thing up. But that's on SmackDown. What does Raw have? Raw doesn't have anything.
Here's the best thing that Raw can possibly do right now, and that WWE can possibly do all in itself. They need a serious blitz of changes all throughout. So, but what I mean by that is what they used to do back then, and I think they still do, which is the draft. Instead, and create a major draft in which people from NXT actually take over Raw and create new storylines, because Raw at this point is an exhausting bad eye therapy provided on Monday nights, especially when people are coming home from work already pissed at their bosses that they had to fucking work so late. The last thing they need to do is have somebody literally piss at their eyes with this shitty product.
Well, I think with Raw in general is, especially nowadays, dude, you can you can't keep someone's attention span longer than 20 minutes.
No.
Like that's as long as it is. You need to be able to put that together. If you're gonna have a 3-hour show, you need to be able to keep the people entertained and keep their attention span there.
That's
And what one of their biggest tries was they had the Miz try and defend the title 3 times in a 3-hour span.
Yeah,
That's not how you do it, man.
No.
In order to succeed, you need to one, let your champion fucking fight somebody else one time. That's it, just once, and then everything else can work its way there.
There is a key sentence that people say when they are in sales. You have your sales pitch is about 30 seconds long. In that 30 seconds, you got 15 seconds to actually offer the product. Yep. If you miss that 15 seconds, your chance is gone. That is exactly what Raw has up against themselves.
It's like writing a paper in college. You want to start with a hook. You want to get their attention.
Yep.
And you're not doing that.
So here's where I'm gonna transition from this. What I've read today was there are rumors that at SummerSlam we're getting 2 big build style matches. Mm-hmm. One for the WWE title and one for the Universal title. For the Universal title, it's Roman Reigns, still your champion, defending against the 16-time world champion John Cena.
Hell yeah.
I would love another rerun of a promo that they did back about 4 years or 5 years ago. I could be completely mistaken. Where John Cena literally had to say that he does this shit part-time and that he feels offended at the fact that he had to come back and do it because Roman Reigns' ass couldn't even do it full-time.
He couldn't because you can't do your job.
That's right. Boom.
If this happens, here's the angle they go in. I'm the guy that's going to knock you off the head of the table. Mm-hmm. I'm the guy that's going to have the most world title reigns of all time. I'm the guy that's going to be what I always said I'd hate, and that's a part-time champion. And guess what? I'm going to be that. So that's what it looks like. The SmackDown main event will be for SummerSlam. The Raw main event. I've been speaking this for months now, and the rumor is that it's finally going to happen. We are finally going to see Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar one-on-one in a match.
I hope so.
According to this rumor that I've read.
The best thing that could happen for Raw and the brand.
But see, the thing, I agree with you guys because they need this shot in the arm right now. But how long are they going to be around?
Yep.
Because they're trying to make, I think, Jones, to go off the rumors that you read, I think we read the same one, that they're trying to make this SummerSlam like WrestleMania because it's going to be a full capacity crowd.
Yep.
Because WrestleMania, they had some fans because of COVID, they couldn't do everything. Mm-hmm. They want this to be their WrestleMania.
SummerSlam is at Alliance Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Yep.
That is a fully packed fucking arena that's going to be there for that pay-per-view. Mm-hmm. This is what they need to do in order to get this. So what's going to happen is Money in the Bank is going to be in front of a live audience.
Yep.
So what we're going to do is this. We're going to get Bobby versus Kofi at that pay-per-view. Bobby's going to beat him. Brock Lesnar's going to come out and attack Bobby. Set up their fucking feud together. Mm-hmm. For SmackDown, Cena's just going to appear on Fox Television.
He's advertised for their first show with fans already. I think they said he's booked. I think it's July 16th or something like that. So he's already booked.
Are you sure it's him? You sure it's him and it's not Edge?
Yes, I read that he was ready. He was either there. He was booked or he was on the verge of being booked for that show. So because they want him there for the first one.
Because I know Edge is there. They might just do something with him and Edge.
Yeah, I mean that's still another. I mean, if you can't get Cena, it was gonna be your Mania main event anyway. So
yeah, no, I'm just looking bigger picture here. SummerSlam definitely looks like it has some potential here.
Yeah,
but I hope it's not WrestleMania long. But I hope it isn't either. 4 or 5 hours, like even 7 to 11. ish.
As long as they don't end at 12, dude, I don't care.
Yeah, exactly. As long as I don't have to work the next day.
So speaking of Friday television products, let's talk AEW briefly before we move into the preview for NXT In Your House.
Okay.
AEW has been on Friday nights the last couple of weeks because of the NBA playoffs being on TNT and stuff like this. And this is why we will AEW transition into TBS come 2022. But the thing is with me is even if they transition, so their second show is supposed to be Friday nights at 10, right?
Yep.
So they were kind of just like going at it just to see what
they're waters.
Testing their waters. And AEW's numbers from this past Friday was probably one of the worst I've seen AEW.
Record low. Yeah,
it was like 440, I think.
Yeah.
Which is not good. And the Friday before they were 550.
Yeah.
Which again, I get they're testing waters, they're trying to see where the views could be, but at the same time, this is why they pushed back the world title match between Kenny Omega and Jungle Boy.
Yep.
It was because they were afraid of this. And this is exactly what happened. So what are quick thoughts on this? Do we think that they need to go back desperately to the Wednesday nights? Or how do you think they go about it?
I think it obviously helps if you have an established time slot. If you're on Wednesdays at 8, you don't stop watching the Bucks.
I'm not.
I saw you. What was I going to say? They need their regular time slot back for sure, because that's what everyone's used to. And I mean, half the time people, if you're a fan that's a casual fan that doesn't keep up with everything, you just go, 8 o'clock on Wednesday. Let's see what's on TNT.
Yeah.
Oh, basketball. That sucks. I guess wrestling's not on. Boom. And they just don't think about it for another week. So you're testing the waters. I know the NBA playoffs are more important to TNT. And again, like you said, that's why they're transitioning to TBS. I got to admit, though, their most recent show was weak. Did you see Friday's? Like, Friday's main event was the bull rope, right?
Yep.
Well,
it was not good.
Here's another thing, too. If you're on Monday night, you're competing against WWE's SmackDown, which is also putting out a really good product.
Yeah.
A really good product.
But here's the thing.
I understand that AEW is competition to WWE. That's fine and all. But you can't expect that while you're testing the waters for your ratings to be much higher than where they are right now. If anything, you got to commiserate a little bit and expect that your ratings should really be in the 6s or 7s, maybe 8s. But against a SmackDown product right now that it's at the top of their game, it's impossible to get a 10.
Well, so SmackDown's 8 to 10.
Right.
The AEW's been 10 to 12.
Right, which is 4 hours of wrestling on a Friday night, which is
on a Friday night when people and it goes down.
There it is.
Here's another key factor too. You're talking about entertainment, right? And you're talking about entertainment past 10 o'clock at night. If we're gonna be talking about that route, we gotta be realistic at the fact the majority of the states here in the United States have opened up, and after 10 o'clock, people are going out to nightclubs and forget about the TV. Even if you are a lazy fat piece of shit sitting in your sofa right now, you are going into fucking.
Don't attack us like this, Jesus Christ! Jesus Christ!
I was gonna say that because it's literally all the states are starting to open up. People are starting to go out again. It's that first couple weeks of everyone being able to do stuff again.
Dude, I was DJing at a club last fucking Friday night.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Well, more like promoting, but I ended up DJing for about 20 to fucking 45 minutes unexpectedly. Yeah. But dude, 10 o'clock at night in the city of Boston, you couldn't even get in. If you weren't in line at 9:01 in the evening, forget your chances of getting into that nightclub. You're better off going to any of the local bars surrounding the city before you even think that at 10:30 at night, you're going to be able to get into a club. So right now for AEW, this period, I can almost say that for next week, their ratings are going to be probably exactly the same, if not just a tad bit lower than this week's.
Yep, I would agree. It's a tough time slot. I mean, like you said, 10 o'clock on a Friday. I mean, Also, if you're a fan, like you said, if you're watching SmackDown, then you're like, oh yeah, I'll sit down and watch another 2 hours of wrestling on Friday. It's not a great recipe for success. I actually would say that the ratings, they're low. I still think it's pretty good for being on Friday night. for,
I would
500,000
agree.
people are still tuning in, even though the country's starting to open back up again and going out and everything. So you have your
And that's only
diehards.
realistically for a product that is just starting to transition into prime time on a Friday, losing about 12% is really not big of a deal against a Monday Night Raw that has been marqueed for Mondays for many, many years.
Yeah.
And they are trending down in almost triple digit percentages at this point.
So bad.
Which is
so bad.
Which for a product in itself that's still developing, if anything, if I was AEW ownership, I'd be beyond fucking proud about the talent that I'm bringing into this firm to create a potential sustainable future for moving forward.
Agreed.
I think the only thing I have to add on to what you guys said, because you guys made great points, is, in all honesty, how many people actually sit down and watch television nowadays?
Not as many as they did when Friends was on, 50, I just watched the reunion. Their finale had 55 million people watch it. Like, yeah, good fucking luck doing that again.
Yeah.
Yeah, not even close, dude.
Nope.
DVR, YouTube highlights. People aren't going to sit down. Like, even Monday nights, if you're just hanging out, you're cooking dinner, next thing you know, it's 9:30. Like, I could shower, or I could sit down and watch this same tag match that they've done the last 16 weeks in a row. Oh, Cedric again. Okay. No, like, what are we doing?
Yep, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
All right, so that's enough of television ratings because as we can tell, it just doesn't matter.
Well, that's the thing too, is nowadays, dude. So like The Walking Dead at its peak used to be like 20 million viewers, I believe. I mean, maybe 18 million viewers. They still rack in like 3 million or so when they have new episodes. And for this current time frame, that's actually really good. Yeah. It's still a very prime television show because there's so much freaking content. All the streaming services are putting shit out every other day. Just network TV is just slowly on its way out, and they're all going to be on their own premium stuff, I'm sure, at some point.
I just think overall, like any type of television that you're watching right now, you gotta be realistic at the fact that it is more than likely that people are not gonna tune in late at night to watch your shows because people aren't going out. Almost every single night, bars across the nation have something going on within their establishment because a year ago we were all stuck at home with nothing to do. People are tired of that same exact living. And so therefore they're out and exploring about, okay, what is out there for entertainment wise. They're not sitting in their couches anymore.
I still think that Raw's coasting until the fans come back.
Yes.
So they're not getting canceled. They have this deal. They're just kind of putting it out there, and while the Thunderdome's still a thing. And we always give them the benefit of the doubt, even though the last a couple of years hasn't really worked out in our favor when we do that.
Yeah.
But with the fans come back, they got to go all in, like we said, with Money in the Bank and SummerSlam. So you hope that they just somehow turn up the gear and do something to make it interesting again. And it's not just the part-timers. You got to do something, man. I
think that the best thing, one of the quickest moves and probably the best thing that they could do right now is go after the free agency that Miro is soon to become out of why am I drawing a blank?
AEW? Miro?
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
You're the people that are leaving AEW?
No, isn't Miro like on free agency very soon if he doesn't renew a contract?
I think he's signed for a couple years. There is a big name or two that's coming up though, and I can't remember.
I thought he was one of the big names, but if he's not,
I could be wrong.
Mistake,
he could have done a short-term contract. Who knows?
I thought it was a short-term contract because realistically, if Miro comes back against Bobby Lashley, that's a fucking phenomenal storyline, if you ask me.
Not actually making him a freaking champion. Okay, well, Jones, I'm sorry. Continue with the topics.
No, it's fine. I was trying to look up who it was.
Because AEW's original contracts they handed out, I thought were 2 years.
Do you know who it is?
Who?
Do you know who the big name he's thinking of is? It's Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho expires in January.
Okay.
Which I wouldn't even mind that.
Chris Jericho will not step foot.
No, he won't. He won't come back to WWE. But would you mind that if that was an option? No, you wouldn't. No. The guy puts out really good fucking products, much better product than any of this rookie innuendos can do.
It's true. All right, So
fingers
we're
crossed
gonna
for the fans coming back.
we're gonna move
really-
in. We're gonna move into the preview for NXT In Your House.
Yes, sir.
We have 5 matches on the card as of right now.
Fantastic. 2.5 hours. Love it.
Yep, it's great. So the first match we're gonna talk about is the ladder match for, and yes, I am reading this right. I want you both to know this. Cameron Grimes versus LA Knight in a ladder match for the $1 million championship.
Yeah.
Baby.
I like it.
It's
I like
back.
It's
Back.
Is it a one-off though to like
Nope.
make the next era's champion?
I don't know. I don't know that it is.
It's back.
There's always such a weird title.
It's back. Who's winning, Cameron Grimes or LA Knight?
I genuinely do not know, and I will admit that I missed NXT this past week because I had some other stuff come up. So I don't know where they left the storyline. I haven't been able to catch up because my work's been hectic. So I need you guys to lead the way on this one.
So basically, when they were doing the GIF, the GIF. They were doing the thing. DiBiase had a big announcement and came out and he goes, "So I want to spice up this ladder match," and basically just whips out the title. And both of them went, "All right, it's on the ladder match for this. Nothing too crazy. It's more so to put LA Knight on the card,
Mm-hmm.
just because of him being as good of a wrestler as he is. Having him on the card is very, very good.
Yeah.
So
He's my pick preliminarily because I think he hasn't had that defining win yet, and they want him to be a big deal. And Cameron Grimes is still, he's good. I like his new character. I still think that you need to give LA Knight that big win. So I'm gonna go with him.
Diego,
See, I think otherwise though, because I think that like while Grimes has had his moments, he still has yet to have that extra oomph in those moments. And I think this is a perfect match card for him to have that. So I personally am going with Cameron Grimes. I think this is a great feud that can build for kind of like a great
for a
moment
minute,
for him.
for a minute on there.
Yeah.
He just go ahead, Jones. I'll say it after.
I think it's gonna be LA Knight.
Okay.
Like I said, like Hunneman said, I don't see him losing, and for him to beat Cameron Grimes and win and become the $1 million champion and literally have him on TV as the $1 million champion every week would be big time ratings. Cameron Grimes has been great for them. I don't think he stands out like LA Knight does.
Grimes screams TJ Parker to me, or TJ Parker. I'm sorry, CJ Parker, who is also known as Juice Robinson over in New Japan. He was a guy that was just stirring around in the mid card forever. Didn't ever quite get a win, and just based on the work he's done since he left, he had all the freaking talent in the world. He's been tag team champion everywhere. He was just recently a TNA tag champion, I believe, with Dave Finlay. So Grimes just screams to me like that mid card, can put on a good show, but never is quite really going to be wearing any type of gold. I hope I'm wrong because I do like his character work. I don't see this being the night.
All right, so we're gonna move on to our next match. We have Mercedes Martinez versus Zia Lee with Boa and Mi Yang. Just a regular singles match.
That made it onto the card. Okay.
Yep, it's
Okay.
on the card.
That's Zia Lee, right? I'm picking her.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I gotta pick her. They're
Okay.
still working on, like Diego said, like the faction type stuff, and that's the closest thing that they got right now to a group. So, and I mean, outside of, was it not Leon Ruff? Why am I'm so blanking on his name? I Swerve Scott's group, right?
Yep.
So you got those two. So you got to build them. I'm picking Lee to win decisively, like within 10 minutes. Which does not sound like an NXT match at all.
Yeah, I'm going with Lee as well. I think this is her build up moment that, as Andrew just said, they've been trying to build her up to it, and I think this is that cap moment for her finally.
Zia Lee, baby.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
hands down, I don't see Mercedes Martinez winning here.
No.
Like she just lost the title match recently. So I mean, the whole storyline being, oh, she's kind of in a funk right now. So like, you could easily pass off the losses. Like,
And I really wouldn't mind a Lee versus Raquel kind of matchup either.
They'd probably be great.
Yeah. So.
Well, we're getting to Raquel's opponent in a second. But first, we're going to talk about the winner takes all 6-man tag team match for the North American title and the NXT tag title. You got Legado del Fantasma, Santos Escobar, Joaquin Wilde, and Raul Mendoza versus Bronson Reed and MSK, which is Nash Carter and Wesley. Hunneman's tricep is in the picture, so Diego, I'm going to have you go first.
I'm going to go in a different route here because my sincere thought.
It's not a different route. I had it written down for you before you even said it.
My sincere thought is that Bronson Reed can actually really win this thing. But I'm going with Santos.
Really?
I'm going with Santos on this one. I want a surprise.
No chance. No chance.
Hunneman, I literally wrote this down when I was doing the topics earlier. Before I even knew who Diego was going to took, I knew Legado del Fantasma was one of them.
Yeah, because they're a great team.
They are a great team.
They're a great trio. It's just you can't take the title off Reed already. I don't think. I'm picking Reed and MSK.
Realistically, I don't think so either. I agree with you. I don't think so either. But I really wouldn't mind that surprise component right now.
I wouldn't mind it either. And also, it's one of those things that could be a little twist. And you're like, oh my God, they actually switched the titles.
Yeah.
And that's 2 title changes. And anytime they ever do winner take all, in my memory, if it serves me right, it's the people usually retain that are the champions. So this could be the first time that they decide to make something different happen and give it to them.
And NXT has also been on a tier lately. They've been putting out great product too.
Yep.
Nope.
I'm picking Reed and MSK. I'm just saying I wouldn't be surprised.
Bronson Reed's going to squash all 3 of them midgets.
He's gonna pin all 3 of them at the same time.
Compared to what he looks like, they don't have a shot in hell.
No,
on paper, not a shot.
Especially with MSK doing flips all around him the whole time.
Yeah, in WWE though they do.
Like
if this was on the main roster, Legado del Fantasma would be the new NXT North American Champions and Tag Champion, but it's not NXT. Bronson Reed retains. Bronson Reed pins. I'm gonna say Raul Mendoza. Be weird.
Okay.
Raul Mendoza. That is the quickest
Raul
pin you can get.
Raul Mondesi getting the pin.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Yep. All right. NXT Women's Title match: Raquel Gonzalez versus Ember Moon. The last time I remember seeing Ember Moon in a title match that she was fighting, I remember seeing her live at NXT TakeOver in Brooklyn with Mr. Hunneman when we met Ember Moon's parents once.
In the elevator, I remember.
In the elevator, yep. Really awkward.
Yeah, you guys were quiet. I'm the one that carried a conversation with them.
Yeah.
You're like, oh my God, you're famous. It's famous parents. Don't say
No, they didn't want to talk to us.
Oh, well, I made them.
Yeah, fucking. You missed the fucking popularity over here. Oh, look at me. I'm fucking approachable.
He's the reason for Ted the movie. He can make a teddy bear talk.
Speaking of Ted the movie, did you guys trying to do Ted the series?
No.
On Peacock?
No, not yet.
That's currently in the works.
It's just Family Guy with a teddy bear.
Shut your mouth.
Okay.
I'm
gonna pick Gonzalez, by the way, just to get back on topic.
Just because she got big back muscles.
I love her back muscles, obviously, and Ember Moon is already a tag team champion, so I don't think they're gonna make her a dual. Oh wait, no, they lost those, didn't they? Oh, wait a minute. Nah, Ember Moon's gonna lose. She's just gonna put her over, and they're gonna have a great match. Gonzalez is too early in her reign.
Give me the fucking heel turn I've been calling for months with Shotzi Blackheart and Ember Moon. Shotzi, go heel.
You want Shotzi to turn on her?
I don't care who does it. Just somebody do it. Raquel Gonzalez wins.
Yeah. Chicanery if need be. The way won 2 weeks ago, right?
She wins.
Is that Shakira?
Yep. Nope, that's Raquel Gonzalez. The way won a couple weeks back, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Main event. We touched upon this last week. The fatal 5-way for the NXT Championship. You got the champion, Karrion Kross, who wants everybody. So he's getting everybody, including Johnny Gargano. Pete Dunne, Kyle O'Reilly, and of course, Adam Cole, baby.
Baby.
Diego, we'll start with you here. Who walks out of being in your house as the NXT champion? It's just funny to say it like that. Who's going to walk out of your house the champion?
Who's ruining or making your honeymoon even better?
I really, really want Kyle O'Reilly, but I know realistically it's Karen Cross.
Okay.
So I'm going with him. I want Kyle O'Reilly. I really do. But
Yeah. Joe, you have to go.
Hunneman, should I break the news to him?
Do you, man? I don't care.
Said it last week. I'm going to say it again. Kyle O'Reilly's going to have that pin in the palm of his hands. And Adam Cole, baby, is going to cost him and become the NXT champion again. Adam Cole, baby.
Okay.
wouldn't mind it either.
He's great. He's a great champion. He's always been, always a great worker. He's another one whose contract was allegedly like almost up, as they say. So who knows? I really don't know who to pick. I want to say Karrion Kross, but I don't understand how you can have him beat 4 people and then just have somebody step up next month and be like, all right, I mean, I know you just beat like the top 4 guys in NXT history, but like, what about me? What about me? I want a shot, dude.
You know, that's definitely something.
Karrion Kross versus Leon Ruff. I got you, dude.
No, that's something that
Karrion Kross versus Abraham Washington. Calling it now.
Hey, there he is. I'm gonna go with the route of I'm gonna pick Kyle O'Reilly, even though I know it's not gonna happen.
All right,
there he is. I think Adam Cole, Karrion Kross, moving up.
You ever see the thing Bloody Mary? Anytime you say her name, she appears. That's how I feel with Abraham Washington.
You gotta say it 3 times, and then it'll appear.
Abraham Washington. Ooh, my scapula. So here's my thing, Hunneman. I do agree with you. I do think Karrion Kross and Adam Cole are going up to the main roster. But how I think Adam Cole is going up is via the draft, which isn't until October.
No, that was a rumor, though. Remember, they said they might be doing it after SummerSlam.
Well, again, this would make even more sense. You know why? The takeover before SummerSlam is Adam Cole versus Kyle O'Reilly in the main event, and O'Reilly beats him, and Cole goes up to the main roster.
Well, that the next challenger is probably some idiot like Finn Balor for Karrion Kross.
Nope. Finn Balor's going back to the main roster too. They cut everybody. Now they need people.
Yeah.
Finn Balor was going to be on 205 Live like it's nobody's business. That's just the worst.
Finn Balor versus the Googly Goggler.
I'm going to pick O'Reilly because I actually agree with you, Jones, that the takeover on SummerSlam weekend is going to be him versus Cole. But I think it's because it's going to be for Kyle O'Reilly retaining his championship. Because Adam Cole says, all right, I'm coming after you one last time, and if I can't do it, I'm out. If I'm not NXT champion, I don't belong here. He loses, SmackDown or Raw. Boom.
Yeah.
I mean, when you put it like that, I kind of agree.
Yeah.
But
it'd make for a great story.
I don't know. I think with a chance to a live crowd and having O'Reilly win his first title there, I think instead of retaining it, give or take.
Their first show with fans is going to be the SummerSlam weekend, right? The takeover?
Yeah.
So there.
All right. So, any final thoughts before we end?
I just like how unpredictable that championship match is. Because we all I was going to say that, right?
No, I was going to say. I was waiting for him to say I'm just like how unpredictable this show is now because I didn't know we had a sponsor until 5 minutes into the show.
I still can't believe it. Look at that. Mama, I made it.
Mommy. Gingerbread cookies, you got anything to spice it up?
That's what's best for business. And that's business.
All right. So again, from us here at Suplex Biddies, thank you again for watching. Make sure you go check out Couch Guy Sports. Use the internet one time. Check out all the blogs. Check out I'm Dark again.
You are in the closing statements too.
Yep, 100%.
Chris,
100%.
God,
100%. Yep.
professionalism.
Check out those blogs.
We are sponsored podcasters now, sir.
Make sure you check out the blogs. Make sure you check out all the podcasts within the network. Make sure
Fix
you
your
check
iPad.
out.
Fix your iPad.
Make sure you check out Exogun, our new sponsor. At checkout, use CGS10 for 10% off of your purchase as well. Trust
Charlie
me.
Sierra Golf 10.
Nope.
CS. No.
No.
CGS.
It's
You
Charlie
fucking
Golf
illiterate
Sierra.
shit.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
I'm dyslexic, dude. I'm sorry.
Yep. All right. We'll see you guys next week. Shout out to Diego and Michelle on their wedding this weekend.
Thank you, sir.
Have fun
See
with
yous.
the coitus.